Welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader, and we have the White Sox hosting the Cubs. The Cubs are minus 186 on the money line. The White Sox are plus 156. The over-under is 8.5 runs. The Cubs laying a run and a half on the run line are minus 115, meaning if you bet them that way, gotta win by 2 or more. And the White Sox getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 104, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you'd win. They lose the game by 1 run, you win. Now, these are the overnight odds. They're going to change the closer we get to first pitch tomorrow. Amanga pitched once against the White Sox last year, 4 1/3, 5 runs, one of which was earned. They won 7-6. He struck out 6. Hauser was a Met, but he did pitch against the Cubs. 5 innings, 4 runs, 4 earned. They won 7-6. He struck out 2. Head-to-head, the Cubs are on an 8-game winning streak against the White Sox. The Cubs are 9-1 against the White Sox in their last 10 games against them. The home team's on a 3-game winning streak. The home team is 6-4. The favorite has won the last 8 games on the money line. The favorite is 9-1 on the money line. The favorite or the underdog getting or laying runs is 5-5. There have been 4 one-run games in their last 10. The over is 6-3-1, and at 8.5 runs, the over is 6-4. 1 through 9 for the Cubs: Bush, Tucker, Suzuki, Crow, Armstrong, Kelly, Happ, Swanson, Horner, Shaw. 1 through 9 for the White Sox: Medrath, Slater, Vargas, Caro, Tauchman, Robert, Sosa, Montgomery, and Taylor. Lineups have not been confirmed. That's who's supposed to be there. And with the trade deadline creeping up, good teams are going to make moves. Bad teams are going to become sellers and get prospects. It's just the nature of the beast. 77 degrees, 8-mile-an-hour winds from the left to the right, and a 38% chance of rain. And I can imagine that several teams are going to be looking at some of the White Sox rotation because a lot of the guys aren't pitching terribly. They just get no run support. And if the White Sox are smart, they'll figure out a way to make sure that they get a lot of top prospects. But, the White Sox are basically a farm system as a major league team. The Cubs are 4-1 in Amanga's last 5 starts. They've won his last 2. The under is hitting his last 2. 6 innings pitched, 3.4 hits, 1.2 earned runs, 3.8 strikeouts, 0.6 walks, 0.8 home runs, 85.6 pitches per game, 14.2 pitches per inning. That's a law of averages over his last 5 starts. Now, for Hauser, the White Sox are 5-0 in his last 5 starts. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 6.4 hits, 1.8 runs, 1.2 of which were earned, 4.4 strikeouts, 1.8 walks, no home runs, 89.6 pitches per game, 14.1 pitches per inning. I bet the White Sox last night at plus 180 because of a very similar situation with the pitcher. I was not expecting them to score 11 runs, which is something they don't do often, but, this might be a game you want to keep an eye out for that specific reason. Cubs versus righties, 5.6 runs per game, 258 batting average, 6.3 hits. White Sox versus lefties, 4.3 runs per game, 238 batting average, 2.7 hits per game. The Cubs are 6-4 in their last 10. The under is 6-4 in their last 10. If you've bet them every game on the money line over their last 10, you're up $120. 7 runs, 16 runs, 6 runs, 12 runs. They scored 1 run in a loss, 4 runs in a loss, 6 runs in a win, and then 4 runs in a loss. The White Sox are 6-4 in their last 10. The over is 6-4 in their last 10. And if you bet them every game over their last 10, you're up $474. 9 runs, 11 runs, 7 runs, 20 runs. 7 runs in a win, 8 runs in a win, 3 runs in a loss, and then 11 runs in a win. I am going to take the Cubs on the money line. I will take the White Sox getting the runs, and in some places you can probably get them getting 2.5 runs, and I would lean under. Now, once the starters come out, this is a different ball game. Now, these are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.